Welcome to Grown Ups 101. Before we start, do you hear that? Quiet. It's 10 o'clock. House is quiet. And I'm not whispering or tiptoeing around either. So I'm gonna go over my sleep tips, sleep training for your kids, what I've done and what worked. Um, my daughter was born in January, and from everything I heard, 4 months is when you begin sleep training. Before that, they cry, they whine because that's how they feel. At that point, they start getting an understanding of reactions. I cry, I get this, I do this, I get that, etc. So, 4 months is when I began sleep training her. I'm She still slept in our room. She moved into her brother's room at 6 months, and now she has her own room at 1.5. But what worked was hard. She's gonna cry, she screams, gets up, yells, but you cannot pick her up or take her out of the crib to play, pack and play. Occasionally I would come up, maybe pick her up, console her a little bit, put her back down, walk away. Um, what I would try and do is wait for a moment when she was calm for a second. She's in there yelling and screaming. Okay, and I'm sitting right by the door on the stairs right around the corner. And, okay, she stopped. Go in there real quick, that console her a bit. I wouldn't take her out, just pat her on the back, talk to her, sing to her something, and then lay her back down and then leave. There was some nights when I remember she'd keep getting up and I'd keep laying her down, keep laying her down, and she'd get up until she'd give up. But, there was some nights initially where hour plus just hell, and you want to go to sleep, and if you just took her in the bed with you, she'd go right down. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is you get through it now, and for the last year, I have had no problems with her sleeping. She sleeps from about 8 p.m. to 7:30 in the morning without an issue. And routine is really important with them. So right now, I put her down between 7:30 and 8. My routine with her, I did give her the pacifier when she was younger, um, but only to sleep. And it was a nice off switch. As soon as she got that pow pow in her mouth, it was lights out. And then I removed it and kept on with every other part of the regular routine, and she just went with it. Um, no TV. I may play music, but I turn it off before the last few minutes when I put her in the crib. I do sing to her. I'm not a great singer, but she enjoys it. Um, but what I did when she was younger was, like I said, that routine, about 15, 20 minutes, building up, putting her into the crib so she knows that it's coming. Um, and then the consistency of I put her in the crib, maybe I say a few things quickly to her, kiss her, and I walk out. Okay? Lights off in the room. I do keep the door cracked with the hall light, way light on, so that there's some light. It's not pitch black, but I get a better sleep if there's no television or no nothing on. I believe they do as well. Um, Another thing is, I don't know if you ever heard the saying, but if you tiptoe around a kid, you're gonna tiptoe for the rest of your life. So, no, I'm not in here banging drums, playing loud music, and yelling, but I don't, I try not to be too quiet either because I want her to get used to sleeping with some, background noise. Otherwise, every time somebody outside makes a noise or drives by or something, she's gonna pop up and I have to deal with it, you know? Um, Sleep training is very hard as a parent in the fact of it's hard for you to sit there and listen to them crying and in pain and confused. But at the same time, it's one of those things where you get them past that and they will be better for it. They will sleep better. They will get the rest they need. They will wake up. They will have a better day the next day because they're not tired. They're not fussy. So you just got to be hard on that one. She only slept in the bed when she was an infant. I moved her to the crib fairly early on. It was like the pack and play had a second level to it, which hung down, and it was, nice because then you didn't have to go all the way down to get her or put her in and stuff. But I didn't want to build the habit of sleeping in the bed with us. That was hard to break with my son. Um, and again, that routine, it was, the last 15 minutes, I take her upstairs, I cut the light off, we're chilling, it's, kind of dim in there. When she was younger, I'd hold her, kind of rock her, get her ready, so she's, going down. Occasionally I'd have her fall asleep in my arms, but then that was the whole putting her down, then she'd wake up and be fussy, as opposed to putting her in there when she's awake. Now my daughter, I'd kind of point at the crib like this, and she'd either be like, yeah, okay, and point to, or she'd be like, so maybe I'd give it a few more minutes. But, if you build that, once you get through the 4 month sleep training, but build a nice 10, 15, maybe 20-minute routine. Right now I go in there at about 7, we sit down, we read books, we listen to some music. I let her run around a little bit until about 7:30. Then we're sitting, brush her hair, have a little, she can't really talk back, but I have a conversation with her, just calm things down. And then, I don't let her fall. We have another bed in there that we sit and read and stuff on, but I don't particularly let her fall asleep on that often. It does happen, but for the most part, it's like she has a baby doll that she likes to play with and carry around sometimes. So I take the baby doll, good night, lay the baby doll down. Okay, it's your turn. Come on, put her in the crib, blankets, good night, and I walk out. I wait, peek around the door. She's asleep. Okay, I come in, I check on her, fix the blankets, make sure the temperature's good, that sort of stuff. But my tricks are 4 month sleep training, go hard, do not break, consistency. Build a good 10, 15-minute routine. Slow things down, maybe 30 minutes before you want her to go down. It's going to be hard if she's running full steam, doing all types of stuff, and then, okay, good night. So slow her down, do the routine with her, and then she knows what's coming next. Your child, they thrive on that consistency. 1 minute they get to do this, the next day they get to do that. So they're always going to push for this or that as opposed to what's supposed to happen. You know, they know what's going to happen. They're not dumb. The okay, bath time, lotion, night clothes, bed. If you do that every night, that's what they will expect. You do it sometimes, you do it other times, they're not going to know what's coming. So pick a good routine. Like anything, kids are different. Tweak it a little bit. It's going to change as they get older. But let them know what's coming by doing it every night. Slow them down. Do the 10, 15-minute routine. Put them in there. Walk away. Don't tiptoe around for all night. Otherwise, anytime you step on a loose tile or wood or stairs, creak, and no, it's gonna be a problem forever. A lot of the stuff I found with the kids is deal with it early on, deal with it every time, and it will become less of a problem. So, it's not much, but it's my advice and my experience on sleep training. Like I said, my daughter sleeps wonderfully. It's been something I've focused on since the beginning, and she's right down the hall. She can hear me, but she's not up whining and crying because she hears me. So, consistency, just get it done, and you will be happier for it. She goes down at 8, gives me 2 or 3 hours to get all the stuff I need to get done before tomorrow, get things ready, laundry folded, all that sort of stuff. And now I'm not gonna vacuum while she's sleeping, but you know, if I, it's not a big deal if I have things to do. Um, and wake her up the same time every day. You know, you're gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure it out. If she wakes up at 7, she's not really gonna start getting fussy until about 7:30. She might sit. Some mornings I walk in there, she's asleep. Other mornings I walk in there and she's just wide awake, sitting there waiting for me. I keep a small book in there, so if she does wake up and she's bored, I'll come in and she'll be sitting there looking through the book, playing with her baby doll or something. So, um, go ahead, give it a shot, and maybe I just got extremely lucky with my daughter that she's a great sleeper, but I do think that what I've done has played a part in it. Like many things as parent, you find that consistency works. So, another not exciting video, but just my thoughts and experience on sleep training, and thank you for watching. Any comments or advice, throw it in there. I'm always looking for advice. That's what brought me to YouTube originally. So, thank you. Grown Ups 101.